Hey everybody, Ethan here from the Happy Pill Project with a quick reminder that if you like the content that we provide on this channel and want to help support us, please immediately smash the subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to like and share useful videos with your friends. If you have any questions, comments, or want to make a technique request, drop us a note in the comment section. Thanks again for your support, everybody.
In this position like this, right? And now you drive in and you're like this, or you get a collapse of the leg, or it can be from here also. I'm going to let you do either one. If you're not used to sprawling, then start simple. Just get them tight here like this, and we're just going to start here. We're going to kick one leg out as a pendulum to land on one side, so that both of our legs are behind one shin. So this leg becomes a pendulum low to swing out. So if I'm like this, I'm like landing on one side. This is where we are. Okay, and now what's going to happen on this position is that he's going to push me, right? And now he's trying to recover, okay? And this is where it gets kind of weird on this, right? So sometimes we can step over, right? We can come from here, step over, rotate our hips, and flip back. That's sometimes. Right? So where we left off last week was that sometimes they push so aggressively that I got to come vertical to release these hands and then flip high. And then sometimes they're pushing and pushing, and I'm like this, right? And I feel like, man, I don't want to, this guy's desperately trying to put this leg over my head and bring it to this side, right? So there's going to be different stages of how he wants to bring this leg up. If he's aggressively throwing it over, that meant he left this guy alone, right? That's what it meant, because he's trying so hard to push me away and throw this guy over the top, because he wants to put this guy somewhere in this quadrant of this shoulder so that he can just push me away and open up and retract his legs back to a neutral spot on both sides of the spines. So I'm like this, and if he's like this, right, I'm here driving, so I'm going to, this is where I was like this. So I'm just going to put my kneecaps together and flare this knee up. Okay, I got to get this. I saw some people last week doing, they're sitting like this. I got to get this leg over, right? So this guy just butterflies tight so that when I fall back, when I want this leg on this side, I can finish it here, but I'm going to say he's a good player. So I'm going to first do it from here, but since he's throwing this leg over, he's going to rotate. So I got to go for the rotations over, but I don't want to be here. Okay, I don't want to try to finish this. I want to be on the inside pocket. So I'm going to ask you from this position to first do it from there. Okay, so so that it gets kind of smooth before we transfer over on the rolls. Okay, so you're still going on the sprawls. So you're going on a sprawl, you're getting two behind one. You're kicking one leg out, you're shooting one leg, and you're here, and he's pushing and pushing. And you feel you're getting distance, and you're trying to come up to do that frog hop. And now he's throwing this thing over, so I butterfly the other way, because I don't want this thing touching me, and I want to clear this pocket. So this leg touches kneecap to kneecap. This is where I was. I go kneecap to kneecap, and now I pick this leg up. As I'm picking this leg up, this guy's just windshield wiping, and I'm turning this way so that when I fall, I can have this leg super tight to get to this hip and finish. Okay, guys, let's partner up and let's do it. I don't want to let go of this. I don't, like Ethan will tell you, he's locked in right now. He can't get away from me. So now if he even threw this leg over, I could still manipulate this a lot of different ways. But I'm not letting go. This leg is stuck here, right? So don't reach back and then fall back. Like, I just cared about owning this, and I don't want to let go from here to here, because I'm going to take my chances. I'm the top player. I'll still come up. You're not getting up because you can't get rid of the retracting leg because it's sitting stuck here. I'm like this. Okay, now I sit back, I windshield wiper, and I just protect this leg no matter what. I know, because if I sit back like this, he's going to throw this leg thing over, and he's going to start separating me in the middle, and I'm going to lose the leg. So I'm protecting what I possibly can grab. So he's stuck in there. So when I first brought my leg up, I went like this. I dropped, and I came up, and I'm here tight, tight, tight on that calf. And I'm owning this leg because I'm not showing him anything. I'm windshield wiping. As I fall back, I made this opening to insert this. But we're going to say at this point that he's going to roll on me, right? Because he's going to come over, and I'm cranking and cranking. I won't do the heel hook, right? I'm like this. And now Ethan had a quick question for me. He said to me, man, it seems like it sits so low. I want it to sit low. I only want the end of the toes and I want the end of the heel. I want to make this, it's almost like a toe hold. I don't grab it in the center and I don't grab it like both in the center. I'm grabbing from the furthest points. So the toes are the only thing I own. This is a devastating heel hook. But we're going to say at this point that Ethan's going to roll over, and this is where my position is. So Ethan's going to go on a full cycle, so I go on a full cycle too. So that when we land on this side, I'm going all the way over because I'm not letting this thing go. So somebody asked me a second ago, can I finish a footlock from it? You absolutely can. But you got to get comfortable at rotating to the footlock as you're going over on the cycle. So I'm going to ask you to do the rotations, but now I want to do it from where we left off the other day too. Remember where we left you off the other day? Just say it like this. This is where we were. And I was telling you to get into this habit, pick these up, that we're doing this drill again, where I'm going, I'm loading one leg up, I'm jumping to one leg, and I'm inserting the secondary leg. It's the same position, right? And I just told you, you're here driving, and what are we doing? The same thing. I'm dropping that kneecap, windshield wiping, and sitting back and taking command of the leg again, right? So I'm still doing it the same way. One was off a sprawl pass, and one was on a hop, on a 3-step hop. I'm like this. So for the drill, I'd love for you to be able to load a leg, right? And I'm dropping and inserting. So if everything was exactly the same, just keep the legs here. He's not moving. I'm going one-way load, I'm jumping, I'm dropping. I'm here like this. He's trying to cover over the top. And what am I doing? Sorry, my toes got stuck. I'm here, he's trying to come over the top, and I'm dropping to take and now command. Okay, same position that we worked the other day. We're on those 3-step hops. So one we did it off of a sprawl, and one when I did when I was standing. He's coming left, I'm shouldering right. So people that weren't here before, the drill's pretty simple. So I'm gonna ask you now to do it from both spots. On both spots, I would like the gentleman to rotate slowly for you so you get into the habit of the rotations. So you're like this. And now we're going, he's not doing anything. I'm molding myself to him. This isn't gi that I'm dragging and going all tight on this. All I'm doing is I'm showing nothing. So in no gi, I know they show you this. They go, okay, you're supposed to grab this and grab like this. Man, this guy's wet, right? I'm here like this, and I'm going left, right. I'm not showing him anything. I tap one way, I load the leg up, I jump the other way, I insert, right? And this is where we're going. Back up again. If I'm late and he's throwing over, I'm back the other way. Same exact thing. Load the leg up, I drop. Still don't follow, stay right there for me. I'm here, load the leg up, drop. Same position, right? I capture the leg, I windshield wiper, I'm falling back, I'm not letting those legs go, I'm on this finish. On the other one, the same exact thing. I'm like this on a sprawl, I'm shooting the leg out, I land, he's pressing and pressing and pressing. He's trying to pick me up, I'm trying to go vertical, I drop, windshield wiper, and I'm back on the other left guard. Right? I know like in BJJ, we do all these things like this, and we jump, and in real fighting, you don't pass guard. And it's actually opposite. I'll just show it really quick. I'm like this. And now the first thing I'm gonna do is just push one leg down. I'm like this. I don't jump sideways. I take a step and I take a secondary step because I'm gonna try my best to hit you and I don't want you to stand up. Most likely as I'm hitting, you're gonna face. So I'm just gonna sprawl out and now I land here. If for any reason I wanna stay in front of this thigh, so that if I can stay in front of this thigh and hold on to the bottom thigh, the bottom thigh can be held on different ways. I can hook it from here. I can force it to different positions. I can stay in front of it, different ways I can hold it, but that's his get up leg to get up from me. If for any reason he shields in, I shield up because I'm not letting you, the goal of it is to keep his back on the mat so I can keep hitting him. The more he can turn, the more he gets up. MMA and BJJ are two different things, but these gentlemen just asked that question, so I just wanted to bring it up. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. We're like this, right? And now he throws over this leg very aggressively. Okay, I'm gonna tell you different things about this leg, okay? I know it's taught to grab onto this, I explained this the other day, to grab onto this leg, just like this. And now you're supposed to sprawl this leg out, and you're supposed to come around this turn this way. I will tell you, if you do that on a high-level guy, and he's bigger and stronger in any way or longer, you will not get by. Because he's gonna stuff your head so high up high, and he's gonna go up on that shoulder, and he's gonna clear you. Keep your contact with me. Right? I'm like this, and he's gonna go up on the leg, and you're trying to hold this position, and you're not gonna hold it. I'm sorry. You're just not gonna hold it. I told this story the other day. If Zeke does that to you, you're not gonna get by him. So the reason I bring it up is I'm like this, right? I just landed, and I was just about to do that thing, and I'm picking this leg up, and he just clears me over the top, and he's like this. So instead of me worrying about this, and you can, it's the right technical way to do it. Man, I need this hand on that side as fast as possible, and I'm gonna keep this thing buried so deep and hold on to that leg. No, you're not. You're just not. So I'm like this. So I just bury tight, because as I'm taking this turn, I didn't really care about holding this leg. I cared about the secondary move after the sequence. So as I buried, I dropped my hand to come this way, because the drill class this morning was what? He comes up to turtle, and I'm right here following the turtle. But if I'm going to keep that hook in there, what was my transfer? I'm going to own this leg for the very end like this. He's going to clear me. If you ever watch Buchecha and Leandro Lola, because those guys, they had those highlights. My God, they ended up there so many times and neither one passed, right? Because the stuff was so hard. He couldn't get by the arm. He can't bend it. He's locked in on a static hold, and now you're trying to take this arm out to get it over, and now he's clearing you over. He does a secondary roll on the other side, and you never get by. So I'm fine with you doing it. It is the technical way to do it. I would love for you to do it with a gi, not with no gi. So I'm just telling you what I prefer, because I'm not a big guy, and I always had to roll with bigger men. So it's critical for me to take that thing up and run up the line, because I'm not going to submit you from there. So why am I going to keep that thing in there? And now you're going to be on this grip that you just have, this strength grip with a buried hand in here. I'm like this. Go this way for a second. Like this. He throws this thing over, and I'm holding, just go sloppy. I'm holding this thing, and I'm going like this, and now he's gonna be like this. Keep this thing here. And I'm trying to get around the turn, and he's gonna go up on the shoulder, and now he's either gonna drop on this side and shield me with the secondary leg here, or he's gonna clear me over the top with the leg. So if I get an opportunity to clear this foot and run that line up there, run it, okay, run it, right? So when I'm like this, and now he throws over, and I just went, oh, I'm here dropping. The moment I drop secondary knee. As I come up, he's going to be becoming a turtle. I follow it. And this is where we were this morning on these drill classes, collecting either here, or I'm flipping the hip and breaking them down here and throwing over to the other side. Either one. Most of the people are here on the drilling class, so they'll understand the sequence on the breakdown once he comes up to turtle. So let's add that one where they throw it over. When they throw it over, I'm asking you to run the line. It is the correct way fundamentally to grab it, but I do tell you the outcomes, because I care about the end product. I care about being in a dominant spot in the sequences. And as I take that hand out, I understand, because I've been there so many times where I'm like, damn, like I've just cleared this leg, and this guy's so much bigger than me, and I can't get this hand to unlock, and he's on a static hold like this. I'm not gonna break this. So now I gotta run up, and he's gonna come up on that shoulder, and he's gonna spin on me again. I'm gonna be late on the other side. Okay, guys, let's point up.